Oh, wow, we're just all the way back here. You're back? How long were we gone? Does this mean you... Am I dead yet? I successfully nullified Celeste's blood contract. We look at our satchel and check the place where we've been keeping her contract. We only find a pile of ash. It appears that it's completely disintegrated. Well, I guess I don't die because I wasn't actually dead. I was feigned deathed. So I get out of it. I think we're free and clear. But you're still alive! How? You! At first we think she's glaring at us, but then you realize, me? You little bitch! I could have accepted losing to a Heavensborn, but you! What are you talking about? So... Celeste must have done something or said something that got Garrick to kill himself, and that invalidated the contract, and then Eris wiped Celeste's memories of doing it so that she could maintain her narrative. So what we need to... Yeah, Tyrion never actually died, so the reversal of his revival doesn't actually do anything. Yep, so that's a fair point. But I am curious what happened between Celeste and Garrick, because it looks like Celeste pulled a fast one and has no memory of doing it. What are you talking about? Tyrion's the one that beat you. Wait, I remember what really happened now. Yeah, I think her memories are gonna come back, because now, does that mean is it actually gone? No, it's still here. Ash my ass. With the apparent death, contingent servitude, blah, blah, blah. So, you no longer, yeah, I don't get to mess your memories. Tyrion, please wake up. You can't die. It appears that he's quite dead. You! Okay, so what actually went down here? You should be more careful, Celeste. You might hurt someone if you swing that dangerous thing around. I was right about you all along. I should have never trusted you. I like your enthusiasm, but there's still something you can do to save him. What? What is this? Do you feel that pit of dread in your chest? It's the same fear my dad felt after you stabbed him. And with his life, you'll have your beloved Tyrion back. What are you waiting for? End him, Celeste. I can't. What? What are you talking about? Tyrion, he wouldn't want this. Okay, so she didn't betray us. He never has to know, Celeste. I can protect you from his Eye of Horus. That doesn't matter. I can't do it. It's just... This man literally killed your adoptive father. Not to mention he's a dead man walking. You've lived a lifetime of killing people. Why was it necessary to kill Garrick in the first place? I know there's this whole thing about keeping Celeste's parents a secret, but why is that a motivating concern? You've lived a lifetime of killing people. What's one more person? I won't suffer your self-righteous pity, bastard! Don't misunderstand me. Right now, I want nothing more to the end of your worthless life. But Tyrion's ideals are what saved me. That part of him is so wonderful and so beautiful. I could never betray those ideals, not even if it's to save him. You're actually serious, aren't you? You'd seriously sacrifice him to honor his idiotic ideals? I won't do it. I'm not going to sign that contract. Oh, you're not even going to sign it at all? Well, what got you to sign... What happened here? Contract? Ah, I see now. What? So you're his little consort, are you? Fagakwa! Damn it! Wait! Get out of the way, you idiot! Drop the weapon, Pierce. Don't be stupid. Wait a minute. Garrick killed himself before Celeste signed the contract? The only stupid one here is you, bastard! You should have known from the beginning! No matter what you choose, they were never going to let me live! Ah, so he's gonna kill himself because he's gonna go out on his own terms. They? But if I'm fated to die, then it's going to be on my own terms like Psymin Sezz! Wait, stop! I'll see you all in hell! Damn it! Quick, sign the contract! Manas! Are you trying to heal him? It's too late. He aimed straight for his heart. No! Come on, you waste of human flesh, wake up! I still need you alive! Why does she need him alive? Oh. What the hell did you just do? Pierce is dead and I signed your stupid contract. Ah! So she signed the contract after he died, knowing it would be invalid. And that's why Eris... Let's see how this works. Alright. Yeah, the way that it's worded in the order that it's worded means that technically the first paragraph is agreed upon and applied, and she has to help, but it is invalidated. So Eris erased her memories of doing that so that she couldn't call her out on it, but we had to go and figure it out. Pierce is dead and I signed your stupid contract. Now bring Tyrion back! No! No, 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 no! Pierce was dead anyway, so I thought I could catch her on a technicality. But I never realized what I actually did. You signed a faulty blood contract! You ruined everything! And where do you get off acting like you're any better than them? What? Ideals? Righteousness? Don't give me that bullshit! I could have accepted losing to Tyrion, but you're human, and you're a goddamn killer! All of you are rotten to your disgusting cores! You would all tear out each other's throats if I gave you the smallest reason to! Tyrion is the only person here with a trace of the celestial self-righteous morality! So, if that's what you think of them, you really don't know anything about humanity. Let's not lecture her too hard. She has technically lived, like, forever. Celeste is far more than what you're saying. She's far more caring and empathetic than I am. I could never even come close. Tyrion! And it has nothing to do with whether I'm a Heavensborn or if she's a human. But I think I understand you a little more, Eris. Is that so? Let me ask you a question, Eris. Did you feel any amount of satisfaction when you killed my mother? What? So, you figured that out, did you? When you went on that little tirade about killing Heavensborn, I had a feeling. And how does it feel, Tyrion? The person who killed your mother and ruined your life is standing right in front of you. What do you have to say? Nothing to say? Say something, damn it! I think all I feel for you right now is pity. Oh, that's rich. You pity me? Your existence is an infinitesimal blip in my internal existence. And yet, you put all of this effort into making me suffer. Well, was it everything you imagined it would be? Did it satisfy you at all? I bet you didn't feel anything when you killed my mother. It was just another drop of evil in your empty soul. I was excited. It was far too simple. I didn't truly make her suffer. That's why I didn't. Oh, is that right? Well, what if you did succeed in throwing me into despair? Would you have felt any sort of satisfaction? Of course, Uh-oh. Demons can't tell lies, Eris. You can't lie to us, and you can't lie to yourself. No, that can't. And that's why I pity you. You were fated to be evil from the moment of your creation, weren't you? That's why you hate humanity so much. You envy us. What did you just say? You're envious of humanity. You don't grow, you don't change, you can't become a better version of yourself. You're right, your existence probably will be eternal. You'll be eternally evil, and you'll be eternally unsatisfied. That's why you envy us, because you'll never be free from that fate. That is completely... You can't lie. You can't say it, can you? You can't refute my claim because it would be a lie. You! You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I'll never be satisfied. Maybe I won't feel any satisfaction from killing you, but I'm still gonna do it. Yeah, but I'm still gonna try! Yeah, I called that, and leave my monitor alone, damn it. My monitor did nothing wrong. Or you could just be set on fire. Alright, Rathalion finally got his flame on. Arrogant witch. Okay, I finally got around to passing judgment. The judgment is barbecue. Anyone want s'mores? Well, I suppose that solves that. So, hang on. We didn't really address who the patron was. Do we get to go lop Theon's head off now? I feel like we're not done yet. I suppose that solves that, although she'll definitely be back one day. And when she does, I'll be ready for the sequel. For now, let's be satisfied that we finally discovered what happened. No, we need to get back to this patron thing. Oh, right. About that. Are you serious? After all that, we still don't know who the patron is? It can only be one of two people. At this point, I'm just glad Miss McCoy wasn't the true mastermind behind this. Speaking of which, now that I've nullified her contract, Celeste should finally have her true memories back. I do remember what happened. Okay, so, yes, let's have some actual information here. But it's still really fuzzy. I've really been trying to remember what was on Arya's contract when I caught a glimpse of it. It was probably a wedding contract, right? But I think that's the memory Eris manipulated the most. Well, isn't it just on Arya's runestone? Let's just go get it. It's possible that she will need some time to fully recover from the Empress's demonic influence. Also, can't we just pull Arya's contract? But we don't have that kind of time. That damn demon led us around for the entire morning. And we've lost nearly an hour due to Cuthbert disputing that contract. It's just past noon. Right, we have less than 3 hours before every magical trace at the crime scene disappears. Could you try testifying? Maybe reviewing everything will help jog your memory. Okay, I'll do my best. At this point, we're still looking for a twist, right? It could be Theon, but I feel like we're actually building up to Oster. I feel like it might actually be Oster. If it's Theon, I feel like I'm not going to be very satisfied. I'm going to feel like Eris. I'm just never going to be satisfied. The game's going to end and I'll never be satisfied. I'll just be forever unsatisfied. Miss McCoy, could you try to remember what happened during your business with the Empress of Discord? I'll try my best. You need a hypnotist. Back to the normal music? Yep. I think I remember now. We went to meet with Pierce at 1:50. And we heard that commotion outside at 2:20 p.m. So, again, our memories are accurate, so we're back to things being correct. I saw Arya attack the guards there, and I fought her for about 15 minutes before she broke past me, so we did fight her. When I followed her into the prayer room, I found her there with Beatrice and Eris. They knocked Arya, Tyrion, and Pierce unconscious. Oh, is that when the sleep spell hit? I checked Tyrion's body and thought he was dead. But I realize now that Beatrice just cast Feign Death on him. Anyways, Eris offered me her deal, but I couldn't go through with killing Pierce. I think you know the rest. A few minutes after Pierce died, Oster, the Inquisition, and the Kingsguard showed up to arrest Arya. Did he get there that quick? I need to check the timeline on that. You swear to God everyone at the cathedral had their eyes glued to their watch. Well, there were a lot of people there. They were keeping track of stuff. And the autopsy reports that list exact times, which is different, that certainly helps. Plus, we knew where we were because we had an appointment, so I can forgive this stuff. And everyone had an appointment. Theon had to go to his prayer time at 2:15, all this stuff. Aside from your conversation with Ilmater, that seems to match up with what we already knew. It appears we simply need to wait for Celeste's memories to return. He's clearly not okay with leaving his daughter vulnerable until then. It's got to be Oster. Or Theon, maybe. But I doubt it. Even if there's nothing apparently significant, I'd still like to cross-examine her. Because I came to that conclusion a while ago, where she was handed a contract during her meeting, but we never actually brought that up in the game. We never mentioned the meeting. I think it's just something I spitballed. Even if there's nothing apparently insignificant, I'd still like to cross-examine her. Go ahead, then. I've just been standing here holding up my axe the whole time anyway, whatever. I'm gonna eat a Subway sandwich. I think I remember now. We went to meet with Pierce at 1:50 p.m. and we heard that commotion outside at 2:20 p.m. Right, we now know for certain that the meeting was at 2 p.m. Yeah, she only changed my memories so she could trick all of us. Considering that my memories were intact, she must not have had the power to change them. Yes, she never actually used her demonic powers to revive you. She merely had Beatrice release the feigned death spell that she originally cast. I still can't believe I fell for that. Anyways, who did you see attacking the guards? Was it Arya or Beatrice? I saw Arya attacking the guards there, and I fought her for about 15 minutes before she broke past me. Originally, we said that we fought her a lot longer. What time are we looking at here? We are coming up on 4 hours, so we're probably close to the end. Originally, we said we fought her for a lot longer. Yeah, I had to account for the time I spent speaking to Eris. I had a feeling something was off about that. I knew Tyrion would be really meticulous about the timeline of the murder. Yeah, like Psy'Min and chat. So I had to make my testimony match up with the time of Pierce's death. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry I'm gonna have some coffee. We'll talk about this later. Young lady, you're going to your room without cookies. No, yeah, I'm taking away all your lotus tea. That's your punishment. When I followed her into the prayer room, I found her there with Beatrice and Eris. They knocked Arya, Tyrion, and Pierce unconscious. So we weren't wrong about Beatrice sneaking past us, or past you during the fight. Yeah, now that I look back on it, it was probably a distraction so Beatrice could sneak past me. What is it, Cuthbert? If the Patron was working together with Eris, why would Eris use Beatrice to knock out Arya? I never thought of that. Frankly, I find it hard to believe that the Patron willingly went along with the Empress's convoluted plan. They clearly needed Pierce to die, did they? And relying on McCoy to do it seems foolhardy. Right, is it possible that Eris went off script then? Okay, run this by me again. I'm still not quite sure why Garrick had to die at all. Talk about it later. If the Patron was working together with Eris, why would Eris use Beatrice to knock out Arya? They clearly needed Pierce to die. Why? Why do they care? The only way they would care is if the Patron or Eris genuinely cared about who Celeste's parents are. I think? Maybe? Possibly? I don't know. Well, you know what? That would actually line up if it is Oster. Oster would be like, I got this letter. Okay, so let's play here. Let's have a little thought experiment. Let's say Oster's the Patron. Garrick sends the letter to Oster saying, you get me out of this, you forgive me, you pardon me, or else I'm going to out the fact that Celeste is a member of the royal house. So I guess Celeste is going to be a Disney princess. Get ready for that. Oster, as the Patron, tears off the bottom, mails it to us, gets us to come over. All the guards are like, sure, we'll let you in. Lucio's like, what the fuck? And Oster's like, no, I told them to do that, but I just didn't tell you about that. And then Garrett gets killed to shut him up so that nobody finds out that Celeste is a Disney princess. So that actually kind of follows. That kind of does make some sense. If it's Oster, which I'm really starting to lean toward. Arya, I got some bad news about your boyfriend. Is it possible that Eris went off script then? She definitely doesn't seem like the type of demon to take orders from a human. Anyway, what happened after you saw me unconscious? I checked Tyrion's body and thought he was dead, but I realize now that Beatrice just cast feigned death on him. I can't believe you fell for such an obvious deception. Hey, you can't. Sometimes you forget to Repario Arcanum, okay? He was under a lot of stress. That Repario Arcanum Redeem is going away after this stream, by the way, because I'm not going to need it anymore. I know, but I was just so scared. I thought he was dead, and I wasn't thinking clearly. I'm glad that you care about me that much. But what you did almost destroyed Arya's future and let the Patron get away. Yeah, I know. Perhaps it's best to stick to the facts for now. Yeah, I like how this judge keeps us on track when we start going on tangents. Anyways, Eris offered her deal to me, but I couldn't go through with killing Pierce. I think you know the rest. I was thinking a little bit. I was kind of curious about my theory. First of all, I do appreciate all the setup that's been happening over the game to lead up to this point. I am curious why Eris would go along with this if this is Oster, is what I was kind of thinking, because I mean, Oster does not have a blood contract. We know this. So why would Eris help him or give him this contract or not just betray him at the first sign? Like, just, you don't make deals with demons. So what's Oster's angle and what's Eris's angle? Why would Eris assist in this patronage? Well, I guess we'll see. Anyway, Eris offered a deal to me, but I couldn't go through with killing Pierce. I think you know the rest. To think one blood contract could have such an effect on the investigation. Yeah, don't mess with demons. I should have known she was up to something, but I was too desperate to realize it. You were put in a difficult situation. Take solace in the fact that you stuck to your ideals despite that. Yeah, not only did she stick to her ideals, she did kinda make a crafty, smart play with signing an invalid blood contract. I guess that does exonerate Eris from being an idiot too, because it's like, oh, you wrote a bad contract. No, the contract was fine. Eris just signed it before you could change it, 2 seconds after it became invalid, so, alright. Fair play, fair play. The Scaled Lord is being surprisingly sympathetic toward her. He's a good judge. He's probably the best judge we've ever had in any game. A few minutes after Pierce died, Oster, the Inquisition, and the Kingsguard showed up to arrest Arya. This must have been after they went to investigate the fire in the common room. I'm surprised Oster went to the prayer room as well. I'd have thought the Kingsguard would have kept it in a secure location. Those were my orders, but His Majesty demanded that they secure the cathedral for the safety of everyone there. He's always been an altruist. Oh, has he now? Yeah, ellipses on that. Her testimony doesn't appear to add any new information, but between the multiple murders and Eris changing people's memories, there might be something we've missed. Remember each piece of evidence we have, and the time of each event that day. There might be something there we can use. Well, here's the thing. Commotion. Alright, let's add this up. Commotion outside, 2:20. Fought for about 15 minutes, so 2:35. Blah, blah, blah. A few minutes after Pierce died, Oster, the Inquisition, and the Kingsguard showed up to arrest Arya. So, let's say 2:45? Now, the real question is... Oh, something changed. Oh, I think her contract updated. This. 2 p.m. Force Cage. Force Cage lasts for 1 hour. I don't think that adds up. And we also know there were traces of illusion magic at the crime scene. Might imply that someone hid themselves from the guards as they set this trap. Or it might imply Oster doing shenanigans. Do we have Oster's spell compendium? We do not. I think Oster was up to some stuff. I'm gonna present this because I can't lose health. Yay! I was right. Wait, what? What is it, Cuthbert? Celeste, are you sure Oster showed up only a few minutes after Pierce died? Yeah, I remember that part pretty well. Eris seemed really worried about being seen by them. Have you figured something out, Mr. Cuthbert? I'm not, like, why would this have happened? Like, if Oster is behind all this, wouldn't he just sit patiently in his force cage waiting for things to play out? Is there a reason why he would want to make sure Arya gets arrested? I feel like things would proceed accordingly without his presence. It's just that... Yes? May I remind you that we are extremely pressed for time. Stop wasting our time and just say you want to say no more ellipses. Celeste, Garrick Pierce died at 2:45 p.m. and Oster showed up in the prayer room only a few minutes after. Oh, I could have just looked at his autopsy. Oh yeah, 2:45. No math needed. Well, whatever. Yeah, where are you? Wait. That raises a big question. How did Oster enter the prayer room around 2:45 p.m. when he should have been trapped in a force cage until 3 p.m.? Wait, you're not serious, are you? McCoy's memories are clearly unreliable. My men all reported that His Majesty led them to the prayer room after he exited the force cage. Where is this going? Normally, that would be more concrete when compared to Celeste's testimony, but we can't trust their testimony either. What are you talking about? While I was disputing Celeste's contract, Eris declared that she made contracts with multiple members of the Kingsguard. What? Why do you think they're asleep, my guy? They were working together with her. And if these contracts were structured similarly to Celeste's, she must have had the ability to manipulate their memories. That means they could have intentionally or unintentionally lied during questioning. To think even the Kingsguard have been compromised, they are pretty crap, I have to say. How could I have let this happen? And even if we assume that he somehow escaped an inescapable force cage, how did Oster know to head to the prayer room? I understand your point, but do you understand what you're implying? Again, I'm still suspecting Oster, but what is the point of this error? Like, what actually happened and why is it being convoluted? I'm not trying to imply anything, I'm just stating the facts that we know. We know that a human, whether willingly or otherwise, worked with the Empress of Discord to orchestrate this massacre. He was deeply trusted by Arya Steelwind, so much so that she didn't even think twice about signing a contract that he gave her. Well, we know that Arya loses all common sense when she's within 5 feet of Oster, Yandere simulator style. So this is very feasible. There's only one person who meets these criteria. Oster de Wivengard, the reigning king of Arcanum. So Oster actually is the main bad guy. Hot damn. Are you going to take the stand, my boy? You're here, right? Order! I will have order. I breathe fire, damn it. You will listen. Mr. Cuthbert, do you understand the weight of this accusation? To claim that the king collaborated with a demon in any capacity is no small thing. Again, why didn't Oster just wait for the force cage to come off? Like, why is this why is this a thing? But I'm hoping this is all a misunderstanding. After all, Eris's goal seemed to be nothing beyond sowing as much discord as possible. She made us believe that Celeste and Arya were both murderers. I want to save Arya, but I also want to believe in the people who've believed in me. If Oster has information that can save Arya, we have to find it. Very well, then. I suppose it's only right, with everything that has transpired, that the king should make his truth known. I agree, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Kingsguard, please escort His Majesty to the stand. Well, I'm gonna need a story from you, my boy. Is it gonna be Theon? Are we headed for another twist? How did you get out of that force cage, and why did you leave early, or why did you lie about being triggered? Maybe it triggered earlier. Hang on a second. Uh-oh. Okay, I had a thought. Are we gonna see Oster new sprites? I think we are. I actually think I know what's going on here. Eris. It's not that Oster got out early, the trap triggered early, and Eris tried to use that for her narrative, which is why she said the force cage did not activate at 1:50 or later, which means it was not at 2 p.m. Oster went earlier. The question is, why would he lie about that? So I think it was triggered earlier, but we need an explanation. Excuse me, burp time. Thank you for cooperating, Oster. Of course, I understand your position, Mr. Cuthbert. I am hoping you can shed some light on how Arya came to be under the blood contract in the first place. It's possible Eris tricked you somehow and made you carry out the massacre. There has to be something we're not seeing, despite what the evidence points to. So, I mean, it's either Theon or it's Oster. Evidence? You're referring to Celeste's testimony, am I correct? Oh, you're gonna start undermining things? Okay, it's you. It's you. Fuck you. I'm sorry to say this, but are you sure we can trust her testimony? We can trust her now. She's no longer under the effects of a blood contract, which you claim no longer exists. Didn't it just turn to ash? But only you have the power to manifest them in the first place. Yeah, Oster already casting shade. It's this motherfucker right here. Lucio, get your axe ready. What are you getting at? I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but I suppose what I mean is, New Sprite, after everything that just happened, never mind. How can we trust you? Yeah. Oster's trying to pull this. You're the baddie. What? You disappeared for quite some time to who knows where. And the only person who was there with you was Celeste and a demon who can clearly alter people's memories. Isn't it a little convenient she was burned to a crisp almost immediately after your return? She said it multiple times. That didn't actually kill her. Yeah. Oster. And now, you're singling me out as the patron, the one ultimately responsible for the murders of Von Sanctus and Sybil. I mean, I was saying it could be Theon, but now... Rathalion, get that flamethrower ready. If that demon made you into her puppet, wouldn't this be exactly what she wanted? That's right! How do we know this Heavensborn can be trusted? Evidence, baby! We've all heard the stories. He's practically a dissident. For all we know, he could be an agent of the theocracy. We can feel the room turning against us. Even the Scaled Lord looks wary. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you after everything you've done. But I suppose there's one way to confirm your theory. And what's that? Use your Divine Edict on me, just like you've done several times before. No, we did that already, we know. If I truly was in league with that demon, shouldn't I have a contract with her? Nah, see, this is what I was talking about before. You don't. But I think that there's a way that you made a deal without making a deal. It will appear, even if I was made to forget about it. Yeah, we know. See, he planned this. Okay, Oster, you're a bad boy. Wait, that's right! We already tried that before and it didn't work! Which means that he definitely doesn't have a contract with her. Why aren't you doing it? I can't. I already tried and nothing appeared. I see. I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. I know you care deeply for her. But we all saw Celeste's blood contract and we heard her earlier confession. Not to mention, we have no way of knowing whether Celeste is truly free from Eris's influence. If Miss Steelwind is to be saved, we all must accept what needs to be done. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? I don't like saying this, but I think it's time this trial came to its conclusion. Don't you, Your Grace? Come on, Rathalion, throw me a bone. You know. Damn it, he's even got the Scaled Lord on his side. Even if it's against us, he raises a lot of good points. But is he acting with malice, or is he just being careful? I think it's malice. I smell malice. This is a very different attitude than we've seen from him in the past. Come on, think, Tyrion! We just proved my blood contract wasn't valid. But the one who made Arya commit those murders is still out there. Maybe we've been thinking about this the wrong way. Maybe it is Theon, I don't know. Eris found ways to trick people into signing blood contracts before, so she wouldn't necessarily need a blood contract to trick Oster into accidentally helping her. The question isn't whether Oster knowingly did this or not. The question is, what part of the plan required Oster's physical involvement? Literally handing her a contract because it happened during their meeting with the speaker. I missed that line. There had to have been some sort of physical involvement on his part, and that might have left behind evidence that proves it. Oster also covered up the time of the Glyph of Contingency casting as well, which we thought was an accident and a little oopsie, but it's like, no, he was literally destroying evidence. Oster, what'd you do? Was tricked into murdering, destroying, siding, hiding the victim in the force cage, pulling the victims into... No life bar this time. Eris, Celeste, Arya was tricked into signing the blood contract. That would require his physical involvement, I think. He needed to trick Arya into signing the contract somehow. But you've seen how she is around him. Exactly, which means she'll sign anything he waves under her nose. That wouldn't have been very hard to do, exactly. No, Arya may be a lovesick disaster around him, but she's still an attorney. She would be careful to read any contract she signed. We deduced earlier that her blood contract was disguised as a normal legal document. Yeah! So what was that? And I remember, when you caught a glimpse of it, you immediately started teasing her. I'm really trying, but I just can't remember what I saw. But if I was teasing her about it, it was probably related to her relationship with Oster. Exactly! Come on, guys, it was a marriage certificate. What did Arya think she was signing? I'm sorry, I know that doesn't really narrow it down. No, that's exactly the clue I needed. Really? Yeah, Arya signed a marriage license. Oster! There is one piece of physical evidence that proved you were involved in this. Unless you can show us the marriage license. Because if she signed the blood contract thinking it was a marriage license, she didn't sign a marriage license. Where's the marriage license? Really? The Patron controlled Arya and committed each of the murders without having to do anything personally. But this was all contingent on tricking her into signing the contract in the first place. I recall that you went to a meeting with the High Speaker right before the massacre started. It was to discuss your marriage to Arya, wasn't it? Yes, that's correct. Oster, the blood contract that Arya signed needed to look like a normal legal document. But I just realized something while reading it. The language used would have made sense under a different context. In that contract, Arya gave you her mind, body, and soul. Ah, okay. It would bind her to you so long as you both live. Ah, well then. So now we know what sort of context was on the top half of that document. So I was theorizing that maybe the top half of the letter we got and the bottom half of Arya's contract were tied together, but it looks like they're just separate things. Wait, are you saying no? In other words, till death do you part. Objection! That's a big leap in logic even for you. Whoever tricked my daughter would have surely destroyed the evidence by now. That demon went out of her way to destroy her memories of signing it. I doubt they would have left any copies of the marriage license to be found. Indeed, bringing such heavy accusations against the High Speaker or the King will require more than just speculation. First he dares call the King to testify, and now he's trying to indict the High Speaker? He's a traitor to the nation, so maybe it was the High Speaker. Maybe we will spare Oster. I have more than just speculation, Your Grace. I have a copy of it. But your divine edict only recreates the terms of the blood contract, not the material that it was written on. The original document wouldn't be visible on your copy. That wasn't the copy I was talking about, Oster. What? Uh-oh, he's getting mad. Don't you wonder how I knew about that blood contract? Every attorney has a magical runestone. Aha, we are going to pull this out. They let us take pictures of crime scenes and write down notes magically. I was wondering when this damn thing was going to become useful. Yes, I'm well aware of them. And did you know Arya took a picture of the marriage license she signed? There we go. You know what? I was just waiting. It was contingent entirely on his reaction. He didn't like that. He's the baddie. High Speaker, you are free to leave. Enjoy your day. Oster, get fucked. She was so happy to finally have your union codified that she took a picture of your marriage license. There it is. Yep, exactly. Even though it was technically illegal to do so. Why would she? The moment she regained consciousness, she thought she was a danger to others. She had no memories of what she did that day, but she knew something was wrong. That's why she locked herself in a prison with an anti-magic field. She was being rightfully cautious. But had she simply left any of those anti-magic fields and checked her runestone, she would have found a picture of a marriage license with the same words as her blood contract. Well, now you're... Oh, he lost his eyeballs. He lost his eyeballs. So I ask you this, Oster. Who gave that marriage license to her? Was it you or the High Speaker? Well, I feel like from that reaction, it took 4 hours and we have a new sprite. Well, we got some new sprites from Eris for sure. If you don't want to answer, we can drag the truth out of both of you. Don't bother. No? So it really was you. Tell me, Mr. Cuthbert, do you know what the best kind of lie is? The kind that's hardest to disprove. No, not quite. It's the kind where you won't even try. The best kind of lie is the one you want to believe in. The truth can be right in front of you, but it will make you look away. If I recall correctly, McCoy made you experience that firsthand today. Eris doesn't count, fair enough. Your Majesty, what are you... I'm done with this farce. I'm sure if we brought the High Speaker to the stand, Cuthbert would just deduce what happened anyway. It was always going to end this way, I suppose. Perhaps I was just lying to myself. You? Well, he gave up easy. Your High... No! Oster! You whelp! Are you saying that it was you? You used my daughter to commit mass murder? Well, 2. I did, Lucio. What of it? How could you? Yep, here we go. That's 2 new sprites. And what right do you have to judge my actions, oh great scale lord? Dude, you are literally a murderer. I was only cleaning up the mess you created. And if it weren't for Eris's little games, I would have done it in a much cleaner manner. Pardon me? No, I think I'll be pardoning myself. I'm the king. Get bent. You can't be serious. Rathalion, flamethrower. I am the king of Wyverngard, am I not? Is that not my right? You're insane! Tell me, does this terrify you all? To know that I can do whatever I please with no one who can stop me? Is this not what you've all been doing to the rest of this country? Well, Oster was a good boy, but I think he might have snapped. Do you seriously expect to get away with this? Rathalion, flamethrower. I do. Who has the power to stop me? Literal fucking dragon standing behind you. The Scaled Lord? Yes, exactly him. That's why he hosted this trial in the first place. His authority is above yours. I didn't ask who could stop me, Tyrion. I asked who was going to. Well, yeah, Rathalion, how you feeling about this? How's your moral compass doing right now? What? Why aren't either of you saying anything? Yes, Rathalion, have me arrested. Put my 7-year-old brother on the throne. Oh, that prick? Hell no. I'm sure history will tell you exactly how a kingdom fares when a child sits on the throne. Oh, we've got the... Oh, fuck. Fuck me in the asshole. Here we go. Here we go. It's time for the Disney princess to step up. You've got to be kidding me. Really? Is that what we're doing? We're ending this game with Queen Celeste replacing Oster? Is that how this goes? All right. You are the patron. You got the letter. You know. Yep. I think you know too, because Marinoth told you things that you swore to keep secret, but I think this is related. Why would you take the throne for yourself? You spent all those centuries huddled away in this ruined city. I'm certain you know exactly what problems this nation is facing and what needs to right itself. Rathalion! I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. I came here to do what was best for my people. I may not know the best course before me, but I know with painful certainty that it is not to seize control of this nation. I will not take that responsibility again, nor will I thrust that responsibility onto those who would not have it. Not really surprising. From everything I've seen, negligence has been your one consistent trait. Ah! Dude, you just burned the dragon back. Damn. A grown man and an old dragon can't stop one guy. Well, they can, but they know that they shouldn't because it means bad things for the kingdom until someone realizes that, you know, Celeste. And what about you, Lucio? Are you going to try to depose me, the beloved prince, now king of Wyverngard? Or did you remember? The people of this nation love me and hate you. Dude, you signed up your daughter to marry this asshole? I hear you're very skilled at arguing, Tyrion, but I doubt even you could make the public see that as anything other than a military coup. Can you imagine? Grand General Lucio deposing the new King of Wyverngard before the previous king's body is even interred. I wonder just how bloody of a civil war that would plunge this nation into. And even if Lucio doesn't have much difficulty crushing the commoners, I'm sure you can imagine just how tempting a weakened Wyverngard would look to the other nations. Damn it! By killing Sibyllin von Sanctus, he left a power vacuum that only he could fill. Oster, you're holding the entire kingdom hostage. Yep, sure am. I am merely consolidating power where it belongs. In the hands of a kind and benevolent ruler who is finally going to fix this nation. You murdered several people, consorted with demons, and enslaved your own fiancé. I'm sure that to you, my actions may seem evil and unforgivable. Yeah, he's literally got his wife under a blood contract. Boy, this guy is going to have an easy marriage. But to the rest of them in the Wyvern Guard nobility, I very much doubt I'm even the first to do such a thing. That is just politics. Okay, someone needs to pull the Disney Princess card. And I think that makes checkmate Cuthbert. No. Celeste is going to flip the table. You watch. She's going to win her first chess game ever. Check it out. I can't believe it. I always wanted to say that. What are you all doing? Are you just going to let him get away? We got this. Lucio, she's your daughter. Are you just going to let him keep control over her? My daughter would not sacrifice the stability of Wyvern Guard for her freedom. You know that to be true. He killed so many people, and he enslaved Arya. He almost killed you, and he tried to kill me. Wait a minute, that's right. Why did he try to kill you? Yeah, there we go. We need to remember. Why did Garrick Pierce have to die? Why did Celeste have to die? Because you're the Disney princess. What do you mean? If Oster is the patron, that means that Pierce originally sent that letter to him, like Psy'Min said 2 hours ago. Also, we were spitballing about Celeste's parentage last stream, and we actually ruled out the royal family, so I wonder how we're going to rule her back in. If Oster is the patron, that means that Pierce originally sent that letter to him. King de Wyvern Guard just recently died. What if Celeste was a member of the royal... Yeah, this was the spitballing. This is what we were talking about last stream. What if Celeste was a member of the royal family? Well, that wouldn't entirely make sense. Even if McCoy was of royal blood, Oster is the king's eldest child, and he's of pure royal blood. McCoy would have no claim to the throne under these circumstances. I mean, she does now, but that doesn't explain why they got rid of her, because we sort of talked about how that doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. And we're just going to skip that part. If you were his half-sister, you wouldn't have a claim to the throne. So why would he go to so much trouble to kill Pierce and you? Maybe he just wanted to make sure? But he wouldn't have had Eris kill Pierce personally if it wasn't important. He needed both you and Pierce to die during the massacre. Which means you two were just as important targets as Von Sanctus and Sybil. Okay, but my potential claim to the throne would be the only reason why he'd be scared of me. Exactly. If that wasn't a problem, why would he be so scared of Pierce's blackmail? Well, that's the point. It is a problem. Would the line of succession be the only reason why he'd be scared of Celeste's parentage? Well, kind of. Recall what we remember about Wyvern Guard's laws regarding parentage. Wasn't there something someone mentioned about that? Pacts with demons, the Scaled Lord. Wasn't there something... I can't review the log. Wasn't there something someone mentioned about parentage? Maybe the Scaled Lord said something about that while we were in the prison? I don't see a life bar, so... Nope. Conversation with Eris Ilmater. Yep, honorary position. Reveres him, blah, blah, blah. The Scaled Lord and his kin can override the king's rule? Oh, so they could literally just install Celeste if they felt like it. Oh, did I actually pick the right thing? Who is Celeste's father? What the shit? Oh, Celeste is a Disney princess dragon. I mean, it's not you, you're 26. I mean, yeah? That's a very out of the blue thing to just toss out there. Are you literally a daughter of a dragon? Come on, how Mary Sue can we get here? Is it really? I mean, who else could it be? A flood of memories comes back to us. How was this fed? Celeste McCoy, by the authority of the Wyvern Crown, you're under arrest. Noticing the commotion, 3 other knights rush to grab her and begin dragging her away. She kicks and screams against them despite desperately trying to break free. Even between the 3 knights, it's taking all their strength to subdue her. But I know more than one spell now. I actually just learned a few new spells today. I'm sorry, spells? As in plural? I mean, we knew that she was a savant about spells. And she's kind of this, again, she is a bit of a Mary Sue when it comes to being this bodyguard type character, but I just pass that off as, you know, being a Mary Sue-ish character. And also breaking some trope conventions. But no, we're just going right back to the trope. I'm sorry, spells? As in plural? How long did that take you to learn these spells? A few hours, I think. She learned multiple spell formulas within a few hours? Ah, so you come from the same humble beginnings that I do. Which spells have you mastered? So this is just showing how she's really good at learning spells. So, I mean, that really just, again, she could just be talented. That doesn't really mean she's a dragon. I haven't really mastered any of them. I know about 7 spells, though. 7? That's almost 4 times the amount that I know, so 2. She learned even more spells? He's been picking them up rather quickly. Make no mistake, even in my human form, I have always had the strength of an ancient dragon. Ah, so this explains why she's tough chick. That can't be real. No way. What? What is it, Tyrion? Can I grow wings too? Can we be wing buddies? It's absolutely crazy, but it also makes a lot of sense. Sure, we can be wing buddies. Her ridiculous strength, her natural talent for learning magic, she inherited all of it from him. How does he not know this? Are you okay? You got really pale all of a sudden. Also, does Oster know this? Once we reveal this, there's no going back for her. Do we even have any right to do this to her? No, Arya's freedom rides on this. And as much as it pains us, this is the only way to save her and Wyverngard. I'm sorry, Celeste. What? Why are you apologizing? What I'm about to do is going to change your life, possibly in a way you don't want it to. It'll place an unimaginable responsibility on your shoulders, but it's the only way to save Arya and stop him. So, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for doing this. So instead of Arya marrying the king, we get to marry the queen. That was a turnabout. Do you think one little life-changing event could ever change how I feel about you? Are you sure? I owe you and Arya for what I did. But this is... We need to do this to save Arya, right? It's partly my fault she's in this situation. But if my life is really going to change because of this, promise me one thing. What is it? Take responsibility for what you're about to do, so I'll marry you. Of course, I was always going to do that, regardless of what happened. Good. Are you two done flirting with each other? No, actually, we're going to be flirting for quite a bit while you're in jail. If you have nothing else to say, stop wasting all of our time. Oster, I know who Celeste's father is. What? Really? Oh, there we go. New sprite number 3. Oster's gonna fall on his ass. He's gonna fall over in a pile of Eris. No, you're bluffing. You have to be. Why don't we test that theory then? You said that no one could contest your rule of Wyverngard aside from the Scaled Lord. But there's one more person, isn't there? What are you talking about? Only the Scaled Lord has the political power to override the will of the king. And his kin, Lucio. Yes, I suppose that's... Oh, fuck! Oster to Wyverngard, you needed Celeste to die during the massacre. It's because her existence would always pose a threat to your rule. Are you serious? People of the Wyverngard nobility, your current king was fearful of my bodyguard's parentage, and now we know why. Celeste McCoy is the daughter of the Scaled Lord Rothalion, ancient dragon and creator of all arcane magic. Rothalion, did you know this? Is this the secret you were going to take to your grave? This is what Marnoth told you, wasn't it? Judging from your reaction, I'm right, aren't I? I'm half dragon? What? I'm a subclass dragon? Well, I'm apparently part angel, so whatever. Like I said, we can be wing buddies. So that demon was speaking the truth. So that is what Marnoth told you. Oster de Wyverngard, as the Scaled Lord's king, Celeste has the authority to pass judgment on you and override your rule. And when you're gone, she will take your place as the ruler of Wyverngard. Miss McCoy, think about this. Can you even begin to grasp what it takes to lead a nation, much less this broken one? You'll find this crown no less binding than any blood contract. I mean, he's not wrong. Just tell me one thing, Oster. Why did you do this to Arya? She trusted you. She loved you. You could have changed Wyverngard together with her. And you could have done it all without having to do any of this. Is that what you really think? I suppose you would. You probably also think Tyrion is the first person to try to change this nation, while still working within its laws. There's nothing wrong with having ideals and working within the law. My father was like that too. He was a man of ideals, once. But I watched for my whole life as he was forced to compromise on everything he believed in, one ideal after another. It was to keep the peace. We must maintain the stability between the noble houses to uphold law and order. And you know who paid the price every time? Not him, not me, not any of the nobles gathered here. No, the people who paid the price were the common folk. The kind of people you two were always trying to save. I would have honestly thought you'd understand by now. A gulf exists between what is just and what is lawful in this kingdom. I'd have thought that you two out of everyone could have understood why I did this. We know it's not fair, but we're capable of changing it, and you had the power to do just that. I am changing it! You worked so hard to find the truth behind Von Sanctus and Sybil's murders. But here's a little bit of truth that's evident to everyone in this room except you two. Half the people present here today are glad they're gone. And the other half want to be the ones to replace them. The blood I shed in a single hour did more good for this kingdom than you two would have done in years. So that's how you plan on fixing this country's problems? By working with demons and killing your way to a brighter future? If I have to, why not? Every day across this nation, commoners are killed and oppressed at the hands of the very nobles gathered here. They bleed this country dry and feed on its people like carrion. I am merely returning a much-needed sense of equality. Well, you guys in the gallery, how do you feel about that? Do you really think any of you are in a position to judge me? All of you who came running at the news of my father's death. Also, you could be the first to fill my ears with your sycophantic praises. Do you know what the difference between the Empress of Discord and all you is? That demon was just a bit more honest. Arya wanted to change that. She would have helped you. And now she's going to, whether she likes it or not. Arya is too stupid and too naive to do anything. Oh, well. Honeymoon's over. She loved you. How could you? She loved her idea of me. She loved a weak and ineffectual prince who would have borne watching his kingdom rot with a damn smile. She loved your kindness, Oster. This is kindness. The blood I'll spill will be the greatest kindness this kingdom has ever known. And once I'm done, Wyverngard will be better and stronger for it. Oster. McCoy, I don't care what you are. The Scaled Lord's daughter, the rightful heir, none of that matters to me. I will save this kingdom and its people, and I will carve the rot out of its heart, piece by bloody piece. Nothing will stand in my way. I am Oster de Wyverngard, King of Wyverngard and consort to the Lord of the Sixth. I am nothing but a dead man. Here comes the axe. Volnus. Well, Lucia. Oh. Finally got to swing that thing. No! Lucio, what have you done? What the hell is Volnus? The blood contract, Cuthbert. What? My daughter's blood contract. Does it still exist? I checked my satchel, and sure enough, it's completely disintegrated. Its conditions have been fulfilled, haven't they? Because they no longer both live. I guess Lucio was just having none of it. Excellent. My work here is done. Lucio, this is not what we discussed! My daughter would never be free as long as that wretch lived. McCoy agreed to take his place. This was always how it was going to end. Lucio, you can't seriously expect to save your breath, Cuthbert. I already know. Kingsguard, what are you standing around for? The Grand General has just committed regicide. Arrest him at once. Well, at least he's going to fall on that axe, too. Celeste, you're the only one left. Everything is just yours now. I suppose that's that, then. But this isn't really something to celebrate. I'm compelled to agree. To think that His Majesty was so far gone that he'd consort with a demon. Also, he could save the common folk. Regardless of his actions, he did have the same goals as us. He truly wanted to make things better for the common folk. Even with the Eye of Horus, we never caught a hint of the pain he must have been feeling. He closely guarded his true emotions from everyone, including Arya. Lucio just full-on did a Batman. Straight up killed the Joker and just been like, well, I'm going to jail. No wonder Eris was able to manipulate him. We, of all people, know exactly how easily she can exploit someone's emotions. Nevertheless, it appears that there's no need to continue this trial. Yeah, we've got it now. Although it's clear our work is only just beginning. Yeah, how you feeling, Celeste? Court is adjourned for the time being. Celeste, we need to chat. You are all free to return to your homes. However, I'm sure there's still much for each of us to discuss. Many things have changed here today, and I'm sure many of us will need to make arrangements to adapt. Until then, please refrain from discussing the events of today outside of these halls. Are you kidding? There's no way this isn't going to get gossiped about. This goes without saying, but we must keep today's events a secret from the public, at least for now. We all exit the Scaled Lord's lair. Considering everything that's happened, this should feel like a victory. Arya was saved, Eris was vanquished, temporarily at least, and the Patron no longer lives. So, yeah, Oster was just straight up murdered. Like, one swing from the Great Axe, and we now have 2 Osters. That was quick. Hey! Hey, how's it going? We won, didn't we? So why does this feel so? Because you have a very unenviable job, my dear. Yeah, I feel the same way. He was a terrible person. He killed people. Yeah, Oster had us fooled for most of the game. I was starting to suspect him close to the end, but even then it wasn't super serious. But when we got to that "so who's the patron," I'm like, well, it can only be really one other person. It could have been Theon, but that wouldn't have been nearly as good a reveal. He tried to kill us, and he used Arya like a puppet, literally. But I really wish we could have changed his mind. Yeah. Sometimes people are beyond saving. And I think he made up his mind a long time ago. He knew what he was doing to Arya. And I can't think of any other way we could have truly freed her. Yeah, we just killed the man who she was lovey-dovey over. Arya's gonna need a week to process this. I know, I just hope I hope Arya's okay. Arya, how are you doing? Hello. I'm glad I found you two before you left. Yeah, Arya, what's up? We're gonna see some new sprites from you? We saw a happy one earlier. We freeze up when we look at her. Yeah, this is gonna be awkward. More specifically, we're a little disturbed by what the Eye of Horus is showing us. Oh? Oh, Arya! I'm so sorry, Why are you apologizing? Oh, does she not know? Her memories are gone? Uh-oh. This is about to become very awkward. What? If it's about your testimony, I'm afraid I will need to charge you with perjury. That's the least of our concerns, my dear. Alright. Wait, seriously? Come on! I'm basically your boss now! No one is above the law. That was made apparent when she suddenly stops talking before she mentions his name. She doesn't trail off. Her voice doesn't even break. She simply stops, as if she were a machine that ceased functioning. Arya? Yeah, what did we see with the Eye of Horus? Anyways, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. You do have a talented defense counsel after all. Right. We really want to say something back, but we're too off-put to say anything. What did the Eye of Horus show us? Anyway, I wanted to thank you for the work you've done, Mr. Cuthbert. You're putting on a really brave face right now. I truly mean it when I say you have my gratitude. Yeah, of course. Anyways, I have much work to get done now that my, yeah. Boy, you're gonna need to digest this for a bit. Now that the Grand General is in custody, yeah, that. I'll be taking my leave. Yeah. What did the Eye of Horus show us? Come on. Come on, game, give it to me. What was that all about? Why didn't you say anything to her? I didn't see anything through the eye. Oh. Okay. She must be subconsciously guarding her emotions. I guess I don't really blame her. No, Celeste. I didn't see anything. What? Oh, her soul is still... I mean, the contract is gone. I looked at her with the eye. She wasn't holding anything back. And even with that, I saw nothing. There was no anger, no sadness, no fear, no joy. I've used the eye to see the emotion of a countless amount of people, but I've never seen that before. It was like I was looking at a machine. Did she actually get affected by the aftermath of that contract or something, or is she just that good? Like, or traumatized, you could say, where we've just destroyed her emotionally and she's just a rock now. But you're right. I should have said something. I'm going to... As we're about to chase after her, Celeste stops us. Do you mind if I talk to her? What? Are you sure? Yeah. We actually hang out a lot outside the trials. You do? That's news. You hang out a lot outside the trials. Okay. I think she might respond better to me. Okay. You guys have a little girl chat. Remember the comforting feeling of her hand in ours. All right. I suppose I'll let you handle it. Once again, remember the comforting feeling of her hand in ours. Just, you know, keep it verbal. What, don't fight? What? Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Just go. All right, you weirdo. It looks like we've gotten the acquittal of yet another client, but it didn't tie up quite so neatly as we'd hoped. What do you mean she's gone? She was just here. I'm sorry, you're... Grace? Yeah, you guys have to be really nice to us from now on. We may not know what the future has in store for the two of us, but perhaps that's okay. We have a feeling that as long as we have her... No, as long as you have everyone, we can begin forging our own path. A path that is completely chosen by us this time. Uh-oh. Damn it, Arya, where are you? Is she crying under the tree or something? Oh, hey, it's you. Hi, Dad. Oh, hello. My apologies. I didn't mean to frighten you. No, it's fine. We need some backstory on Celeste here, Remus. What the fuck? You're looking for Miss Steelwind, aren't you? Yeah, how'd you know? She's been sitting outside my lair for a while. I tried speaking with her, but... Yeah, I get it. I'm gonna try talking to her. Of course. How about you guys talk? Brithallion? Yes? I'm not mad at you, you know? What? I'm not sure why you left me at the McCoy Tavern, but because of that, I got to be raised by my mom and dad. If I didn't live there, I would have never met Tyrion or Arya. I could never be mad about you giving me a life like that. Plus, now I know I'm half dragon. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Can I breathe fire now? Fusroda! Miss McCoy, don't be so formal. I'm technically your daughter, aren't I? There's nothing technical about it. You're his daughter. Right, Celeste. So, I've been meaning to ask about you and Mr. Cuthbert. Are you two... Uh-oh. No. Now it's awkward. Oh, wow, look at how late it is. I better go talk to Arya right now. I'll see you later, Scaled Dad. I mean, Scaled... just bye. Bye, Scaled Dad. She called herself my daughter. I suppose I understand how you feel now, Lucio. Hey, Arya. Oh, Celeste, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You've been sitting here for 5 hours. Just making sure you're doing okay. You are doing okay, right? I am. There's no need to worry about me. Oh, come on. Where's the breakdown? Come on, let the mask fall. You have been through a lot. If anybody got betrayed today, it was you. All your plans, everything that you were caring about is just falling apart. Come on, give me something. You're looking up at the sky. Are you stargazing? I was looking at the moon. It's full tonight. You mind if I watch it with you? Sure, I'll have a little coffee. Celeste is handling Arya the same way you handle a scared rabbit. I'm just going to sit with you. Do what you want. I technically take orders from you now. Okay, so it's not a question of her forgetting things. She's fully aware of everything that's happened. It's just, oh, isn't that nice? We get a little CG. It was also a full moon outside on the night my parents found me in their inn. That's why they named me Celeste. It's the word for heavenly bodies in the Draconic language. Is that so? Yeah. They told me that they thought I was a gift from the Scaled Lord. You were literally a gift from the Scaled Lord. In a roundabout way, they were actually kind of right. No, nothing round about it. You got dropped off by Dragon Santa Claus. It's a little funny when you think about it. God, Celeste is taking this better than she should be, never mind Arya. By the way, I never got to thank you for sticking up for me before. What? Remember? You jumped onto the stand when Tyrion manifested my blood contract. Not that I blame him, but I don't think even he believed in me at that point. If you'd never done that, who knows how this could have ended up. I really appreciated you doing that. You're a really good person, Arya. Aww. I was merely doing what I thought was right. Yeah, I guess that's what you've always done. You're not really going to charge me with perjury, are you? Of course I am. I was serious about that. It's like, yeah, no, I'm totally charging you. You lied. Damn it. But we do require your help to hold the structure of our kingdom together, as much as the rest of the structure is gone at this point. We won't sentence you to prison, but I might have you do some community service. Fine. I guess I can live with that. My father told me I was being too lenient, but I can understand the position you were put in. We all do stupid things for love, after all. Yep, you sure do. Yep, there we go. There's the breakdown. Stupid. Arya? Oh, we're practically getting a movie here. How could I be so stupid? Touching scene, Psy'Min Stinky. No, you're the stinky one. Did you see the video I posted? Hey, Stinky! Mario called you Stinky. How do you feel about that? Hey, you're not... I am! I'm a complete and utter fool! I knew about blood contracts after what happened to Beatrice. I'm an attorney for Lord's sake. I've read countless legal documents. You missed quite the story, Coffin. And when I signed that contract, I knew something was wrong. But I was just so stupidly happy. That's not fair. No one could have expected him to do something like that. Now my father, he's gonna pay for my stupid mistakes. I'm sorry. There we go. There's the breakdown. The ice is finally melting. Celeste, why did I trust him so much? He used me like a puppet. With my hands and my magic, he made me. I'm sorry, Arya. What he did to you was horrible, and I don't know how to make it better. But you're not alone, okay? It's not just me. Tyrion, your father, we're all here for you. Except your father, because he's going to jail. So please don't shut off your emotions from us. Yeah, that's literally what she did. Like, Tyrion was like, I see nothing. It's like space. Thank you. Aw, such a sad time. Celeste, I think I've made a decision. Really? What's that? I'm gonna drop the charges of perjury against you. Yay! Wait, are we still on that? Arya's just gotta be our Edgeworth no matter what, huh? Mr. Cuthbert, I've spoken with my associates in the press. The story we created should be printed as we speak. Oh, we're already lying to the public? God, we are replacing Oster, aren't we? I don't like this. We're lying to the people of Riverguard about what really happened. Like, already we are corrupting our values. Like, instantly. It's been 5 minutes. Politics will do that to you. Not to mention, this story paints me like I'm some sort of god. I understand your reservations, but Oster was right about how the common folk felt about him. If we told the police or the people what actually happened, they would never believe it. They'd think that his death was a part of some sort of political conspiracy. And even with this cover story, we can't be certain that they still won't suspect that. Arya! Are we about to go into a trial with you? Shouldn't you be resting? Nonsense. I'm not going to sit around feeling sorry for myself while everyone else fixes my mistakes. Hey, it's the happy sprite again! Arya has shown us this sprite like twice, 3 times maybe, in the whole game. Look, she can actually be happy. It's possible. Except she's sad, so never mind. Forget what I just said. She may be hiding her pain behind a smile, but she's not shutting down her emotions like before. Yeah, well, at least that's healthier. Was Celeste able to get through to her? As much as it pains me, we should strive to carry forth the virtues that Oster represented to the common folk. Well, she can finally say his name again. God, we are almost at 5 hours. That was more than I thought. Wyverngard will gain more from those false virtues than from the person that he truly was. The stability of our nation must be maintained if we're to move forward. And if we must use the people's piety against them, then so be it. Arya. And as the newly appointed head of House Steelwind, because my dad's in jail, I will also do my part to support your rule, because I have to, because you're my boss. As will the Scaled Lord. It's too small for me to be a dragon, so it is a big stream, but I said we would finish this. Next week is Apollo Justice. So we are finishing this no matter what, but we are about to end. Celeste smiles in gratitude at their words, but she shyly glances at us unexpected. Celeste smiles in gratitude at their words, but she shyly glances at us expectedly. I had to change all the tenses in there, and I started talking like Coffin. Do you even have to ask? I made a promise to you, didn't I? Yeah! You promised we'd stream Ace Attorney on Tuesday! And it's not just us, I'll do my best to make sure that the rest of Wyverngard supports us too. Oh yeah, since you two patched things up, we could also ask for Ruby's help. Oh, Ruby. Her. I don't know about that. Oh right, I forgot I was supposed to meet her this morning. Whoops. I'll need to apologize to her about that. Wait, have you still not told her about what happened yet? We have more important things to worry about. I'm sure she'll understand. Tyrion, the last time you saw her, you manifested a blood contract without explaining anything. Then you vaguely said something about helping Arya. Don't worry, I'll explain everything to her once things quiet down. Tyrion, that story we fabricated is being printed right now. Everyone in Wyverngard is going to read about it in the paper, including her. Oh. Whoops. What's all of this noise about? What? Have you been living under a rock, lady? Read the morning paper. The Scaled Lord has returned. What? Demonic attack claims lives of prominent figures? Chaos broke out yesterday during the private wedding between Arya Steelwind and Crown Prince Oster de Wyverngard. In a surprise attack orchestrated by a malevolent demon, a devastating loss was inflicted upon our kingdom, shattering the very foundations of our power and stability. The carnage left in the wake of this abyssal assault was nothing short of catastrophic. Among the fallen were Lady Corlin Sybil, Lord Von Sanctus, and Lucio Steelwind. What happened to... Lucio died? Both King Olivier and Crown Prince Oster made a heroic attempt to repel the foul monster, so we're just saying Olivier and Oster died here, instead of saying he died earlier and this was a funeral. And while the profane demon was felled and defeated, the king and the crown prince tragically lost their lives in the ensuing battle. However, amidst the chaos and despair, a glimmer of hope emerged to prevent the kingdom from descending into further disarray. The Scaled Lord himself descended from the heavens, restoring order and making a profound proclamation. In a selfless act to maintain the integrity and unity of Wyverngard, the Scaled Lord anointed his holy daughter as the new Queen of Wyverngard. What? Ruby's like, the hell? Did I just read? What is this tabloid nonsense that you just handed me, sir? Again with this Scaled Lord nonsense. No, seriously, literal dragon. This reeks of a violent political coup. Whoever this new queen is, I bet she's just another rotten noble. No, read the name. Also, Rathalion needs to do a few laps in the sky for people to realize that this is real. It says there's a picture of her on the next page. Yeah, surprise. Hey. Cuthbert, you really should have talked to her first. You really shouldn't have missed that appointment. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, we're even doing this ace attorney thing. After hearing what happened to my former lord, blah, 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 I didn't even see it. I won't ask you to forgive me, Your Majesty. I just want to grovel. I want to continue to atone for the harm I caused. Please let me lick your shoes. So we're catching up with the characters just like we did in Ace Attorney. And it's also an autoplay like Ace Attorney. I will continue my studies in the fields of conjuration. With the kingdom in such disarray, it falls onto people like me to maintain order. Celeste, what are you looking at me like that for? Good line at the end, yeah. And again, literal Ace Attorney catching up with the characters on autoplay. I can't stop them texting, so we'll never be able to do this if it weren't for your investment in our cafe. I feel partly responsible for what happened at the Academy. I'd like to make amends however I can. Don't worry about that! Business has been booming ever since we set up shop in Rathholm. But more customers just means more work for me. So the twins and Jan started a Starbucks. That ended pretty well. Oh, hey you. I've been developing my necromancy ever since I began working under Lord Asclepius or whatever. I think I've gotten good at it. Yeah, you. Don't get ahead of yourself. You've gotten competent at it. That was a joke. You're probably the best necromancer I know. Aside from me, of course. Asclepius, or whatever the hell his name is. We're catching up with everyone. Where's the monkey? We gotta catch up with the monkey. I'm sorry, but I still can't remember anything. But from what I've read in my record, perhaps that's a good thing. Even if your memories are gone, your crimes can't be changed. You still have to serve your sentence, but I do hope you can live out the rest of your life in peace. So he wasn't eliminated. What was that Insane in the Rain music? They made great music. The soundtrack for this game is incredible. What are you looking at, punk? I'm looking at a guy that got 3 seconds of screen time. Oh no, it's you! That crazy chick isn't with you, is she? Why are you looking behind me, man? Did you just call me crazy? Oh Lord, run for it, Gavin! You don't understand, I'm the Lord now. You can pray to your God for forgiveness, but, spoiler warning, I won't listen. Good to see you, Mr. Cuthbert. From what I hear, you've certainly moved up in the world. Yeah, I'm an angel now, and I'm going out with a dragon. It's pretty cool. I don't even know where to begin with that. Actually, I just began with it. I'm glad to see the refinery's doing well. Well, I suppose I have you to thank for it. You're quite the... What did Her Majesty call you? An angel investor. Oh, very cute. This is a fun game. This was made by somebody who loves Ace Attorney, Coffin Cuddles. I know you're just getting introduced to it with our little collab, but this is the sort of game that has come out of that legacy. This game reeks of someone who loves that series. I still have much to learn about leading a noble house, but I hope I can bring House Frege and Wyverngard to a brighter future. I think it's about time we ended the constant feuding between the Steelwinds and the Freges, and I'd like for us to work together. I may not know much, but that certainly sounds like a step in the right direction. Tracker will do his best to help Queen. Ruh-roh. I appreciate the gesture, but I don't think... Banks need gold, right? Tracker can dig for gold. Right, Reggie? This game has talking dogs. We cross-examined a monkey. It was great. There's the monkey. And that makes checkmate, Cuthbert. Oh, we're playing chess with him. Did you just lose to a monkey? No, I demand a rematch. Learn to lose with dignity, for Lord's sake. I'm glad I let him keep those armbands. We're losing chess to a monkey. How does that feel, Cuthbert? Yeah, we got a few voice actors here. To think the Scale Lord would sacrifice his daughter for the good of our kingdom. Theon, I want this job. Such humility! Such self-sacrifice! I'm literally a queen! Who wouldn't want this mantle? Actually, this job is kind of annoying. Sorry. Nah, as long as I have you with me, I'm happy. And we've got our own simp here. This priest, he loves me. The priest is gonna kill 20 people to pay tribute to me. It's great. We should probably stop him. You may have everyone else fooled, but I know how this story goes. Coffin, this is our gumshoe. A mage is still a mage, and a noble is still a noble. Come on, don't be like that. Hey, if you want to prove me wrong, by all means. But I ain't holding my breath. I suppose you have every reason not to trust those in power. But we are going to fix this kingdom, and we're going to do it within the confines of the law. Good job, everyone whose name comes up. Actually, no, I hate you. I really wish he would talk to us. He needs time to process everything that's happened. Yeah, your brother and your dad just got murked. I'm not sure he's not as lippy as he used to be. We should probably hire a therapist. Someone get Jay! Get Jay over here. I'm not qualified to work with kids. Also, I don't want to work with this kid because he's a prick. Hey, crowdfunders. Are you okay? Yeah, I really appreciate you coming here with me. His actions were absolutely deplorable. I was hoping coming here would give me closure, but with Von Sanctus and Sybil gone, we have had a much easier time repairing our kingdom. I feel uneasy about all this. No, I also see what you mean. He may have had good intentions, but he refused to let anyone work with him. Even with Eris, they were just using each other. I do think he really wanted to change Wyverngard, but he would only do it on his own terms. Even if he did end up achieving his goals, the legacy he'd leave behind would be one of blood. No lasting peace or justice could have that as its foundation. That's surprisingly mature for you. Hey, I'm always mature. Goodbye, Oster. Crowdfunders. That's a lot of people. I kind of wondered if the paintings were people who were crowdfunders or Kickstarters, but there's way too many. Are you kidding me, Ruby? What kind of ridiculous case was that? Weren't you the one who called a monkey to the stand during Beatrice's trial, like Psy'Min Sezz? Yeah, I suppose you have a point. Anyway, truth is often stranger than fiction. You should know that better than anyone. Oh my god, I just realized. Is this what I've been doing to Arya? Hey, you're the one that wanted to be lead prosecutor. I'm only filling in for her until we can find a qualified replacement. Well, if you ever get bored of life as a royal, there's always a spot open at my office. We're a royal now. Or a prosecutor. Get Psy'Min in here! Not Psy'Min Sezz, Psy'Min Blackwill. Any Psy'Min is good. I see they allowed you to keep your axe. Why do you have that in the prison? I thought I asked you to stop visiting me. You did. I merely chose to ignore you. McCoy's impertinence is rubbing off on you. I'll take that as a compliment. Come on, Lucio, give us a new sprite. I am glad to see you in such high spirits. It's clear I underestimated you. Give me a smile, old man. Jeez. We're only in the E's for crowdfunders. How many more people do we have to go through in these cameos? Hey, you! I'm surprised you're not sentencing me to death. I suppose I should be grateful. Yeah, we kind of need you alive so we know when Eris is back. You're using me like a canary in a coal mine? I'm almost proud of you two. Although, I am curious as to why she hasn't returned yet. That's an interesting use for Beatrice. I kind of wondered if we'd be able to save Beatrice and redeem her by defeating Eris, because Beatrice is a murderer, but she still got a bad rap. Hey, what the hell is this? Why are you preventing me from leaving? Well, I can't very well let you I can't let you make a fool out of yourself a second time. You're not to leave the Sixth Circle until I tell you otherwise. Go to your room in hell. So says the word of Asmodeus. Are you grounding me in hell? If you want to behave like a petulant child, I'll treat you like one. Oh, I swear when I get out of here. What have I told you about speaking in future tense? Wow. Devil Dad sent you to your fire room. How does that feel? Are you sure you don't want to move into the castle? Oh, hey, it's the hot MILF. No, I've grown attached to this place. It was your father's, and it doesn't seem right to abandon it. Yeah, I get what you mean. Anyway, I want to give you two some privacy. Mom. So stop dragging your feet, Tyrion. I want to live to see my grandkids. Mom! So they'll be half human, quarter angel, quarter dragon. Am I getting my math right? I want to see the Punnett squares for those genetics. So I was wondering, you live for a really long time, right? I have? How long will I live? Do I have any siblings? No. I'm sorry. There was one many centuries ago, but I lost her. It was rare, even across the centuries, when I've sought companionship. Dragons are magical beings, and the creation of offspring is rare, so much so that it's a miracle you were born. I'm sorry, but you are alone. I don't really feel that way. I think I've spent so much time with Arya that she's basically my sister. And Tyrion, well, you're not fooling anyone. Perhaps I should have some words with Mr. Cuthbert. Don't you dare! We're still in the M's, my god! Everyone knew about this game except me. Nanami! Nanami was in there! Nanami, get back to Chaos Head Noah! So we meet again, Crimson Demon! Who keeps telling people about that nickname? Who knows? Could have been anyone. I don't know. Tyrion? You don't like it? I can help you come up with a new one. I'm good, thanks. How about Scaled Empress? Hey, that's actually pretty good. Okay, I actually really like that. Wait, we're taking that one. Eris, edit all the dialogue boxes in the game to say Scaled Empress instead of Crimson Demon from now on. Oh, ahoy, Cuthbert. I have everything ready for tonight. What? It's nothing. Pretend like you don't know anything. What? Oh, I see, so it's for her. What are you doing? It's a surprise. All right, you weirdo. Well, you're getting proposed to. Yay, we hit the end of the alphabet. Police dog from the future? This game was funded by a police dog from the future? What the hell? That's crazy. Hey, why did you bring me out here? Why do you think? You're not usually this secretive. Come on, it's a surprise. Wait, is that a boat? Oh god, it's chapter 4. Merry Christmas. Are you gonna be okay? I thought you were really prone to motion sickness. Don't worry, I've done this plenty of times before. Alright, if you say so. Tyrion, it's really dark. Are you sure this is safe? Yep, there will be plenty of light soon. Rothalion's gonna fly through the sky spelling out Celeste, will you marry me in fire. Soon? In about 3, 2, 1. Wow! Right on schedule. You knew this would happen? During certain times of the year, the ley lines around Oranax become extremely potent. A lot of the businesses here take advantage of this to charge the arcane power cells in their homes. And those effects are amplified when they do it simultaneously. This is what happens when they synchronize with each other. It lights up the entire city. You're such a nerd. But it's beautiful, right? Yeah, it is. My mom used to bring me out here before everything happened. You're the only other person I've ever shown this to. Oh. I've really missed being able to spend time with you like this. Yeah, me too. It was so much simpler when you were just an attorney and I was your bodyguard. But now I'm the Scaled Lord's daughter and you're the lead prosecutor. Why did we switch to Well, I guess that makes sense. We're technically part of the government now, so I guess we can be the new Arya. And still do good things? I mean, Arya should be... I guess Arya is maybe... Well, I guess she would be under us? Are we her boss too, or is just Celeste her boss? We barely get to see each other. But at least we're together now. And you have something to remember whenever we're apart. Yeah! Oh, you let that slip. This is so sweet. I love him so much. Well, that's gonna lead to something. What? Your thoughts are leaking, Celeste. What do you... Ah! Ah! It's been so long I forgot to... There we go. More CGs. Is something wrong? She's always had a habit of teasing us, so we can't help but enjoy putting her on the other end for once. Yeah, deal with it. I didn't really mean... Wait, no, I didn't mean, but... Oh, just kiss already. I know this is a really rude thing to say, but I kind of hate the Eye of Horse sometimes. I love you too, Celeste. Oh, okay. We try to inch closer to her, but she's trying her hardest to avoid eye contact with us. But there is one way to make her meet her gaze. Tyrion, Do you not want this? Of course I do. I think I've wanted this for a long time. I always find myself smiling like an idiot whenever we're together. I don't think I've ever felt this happy before. Our faces inch closer to each other, There we go. We may never be able to go back to our old lives, but moments like this make everything worth it. You'll always keep your promise, right? No matter what happens, no matter where each of us goes, we'll go there together. Good. Sorry, this is all a little too much. I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Take all the time you need. Right now, we have all the time in the world. Oh, what the hell name is that? Who is Miles Varn Kalgalad? Have you heard about what happened in Wyverngard? Is this like the next country over? This is where we're from? Is this our ancestors or family or whatever? Ilya Stormwake, is that why you've called me here? This could have been in an email, our sentinel. They have emails? Whoa! One of these guys is working with magic, the other one's got internet. This is serious. How did we not know about this Tyrion Cuthbert? How did I know about this Tyrion Cuthbert? Keeping records of the Heavenborn is Lumina's responsibility, High Inquisitor. Frey Cuthbert was always a slippery one. Even you couldn't track her. And he's just one Heavensborn. Ilya! He brought the Lord of the Sixth to the court of Bloody Azeroth! Do you have any idea the amount of damage they could have done to the multiverse there? What is this multiverse nonsense? Is this how we kick off Persona into the Psy'Minverse? You're worrying too much. We're still here, aren't we? The multiverse is intact and everything is fine. Email exists? These guys have email. They're riding around in Teslas, man. Meanwhile, we got dragons. Ilya, he has the Eye of Odin. Oh, it's called the Eye of Odin. What? I checked the data my drones collected. These readings, they are exactly the same as the ones we gathered during our experiment with Frey. He awakened its power, albeit briefly. And he did it in front of the Lord of the Sixth. We must assume that the Lord of the Ninth knows about it as well. Come on, that's not possible. Even you said it was impossible to manifest Odin's power on the mortal plane. The Lord of the Ninth has begun moving his forces. He knows, Ilya. Well, they're setting up the sequel, aren't they? You know better than anyone else. Nothing is impossible when the House of Horus is involved. All right, you win. I'll look into this. Exercise discretion. If they ever find out about what we did with Frey, I know, it could mean war with Wyverngard. Ilya, it could mean war with the entire Outer Planes. To be continued. We be dropping that sequel hint. And there we go. I got the achievement for finishing the 5th chapter a while ago, so damn! That's it. That actually ended pretty well. I'm gonna have to go back and digest that, and by which I mean when I edit it, I'll go over it again and, see if any plot holes jump out at me, but for the most part, that was pretty solid. I'm still pretty sure I presented Von Sanctus's murder when I thought I presented it, but, well, video evidence will confirm or deny. But that was pretty damn good. I enjoyed that. I'm very glad I found out about this game, and I look forward to the sequel.